The Self-Discipline 365 Daily Habits for Success. Written by Martin Meadows. Published by Books Reader. Have you ever set a goal, felt highly motivated for a few days, only to watch your enthusiasm gradually fade? Perhaps you committed to waking up early, going to the gym, or finally working on that dream project, only to find yourself mindlessly scrolling through your phone, making excuses, and slipping back into old habits. What if I told you that your success, happiness, and future don't rely on luck or fleeting motivation but on one fundamental principle: self-discipline? The truth is, people who achieve remarkable results in life aren't necessarily more intelligent or fortunate than you, they've simply mastered the art of discipline. This audiobook summary is designed to help you grasp this crucial concept. Instead of empty motivational rhetoric, we will explore powerful, practical insights drawn from real-life experiences, lessons from successful entrepreneurs, elite athletes, renowned authors, and deep thinkers who have built unshakable discipline and transformed their lives. If you've ever felt trapped in a cycle of procrastination, distractions, and unrealized potential, now is your opportunity to break free. Stay with me until the end, and by the time you finish, you'll have a clear roadmap to developing self-discipline and unlocking your full potential. Are you ready? Let's get started. Week 1, the struggle to maintain discipline. Self-discipline is a daily challenge. In this first week, you'll embark on a transformative 7-day journey to strengthen your discipline and foster personal growth. Day 1, overcoming instant gratification. The foundation of self-discipline begins with learning to resist instant gratification, even when giving in seems more convenient. Consider someone who always opts for the easiest path, avoiding challenges at every opportunity. While their life may appear comfortable, they lack the resilience and adaptability needed to tackle real-world obstacles. In contrast, those who willingly embrace challenges, endure discomfort, and push past their limits are the ones who experience true growth. They develop the mental and emotional strength necessary to handle unexpected difficulties and navigate them effectively. To apply this principle, make it a habit to challenge yourself regularly. Instead of choosing the easiest option, take on tasks that push you beyond your comfort zone. For instance, if you frequently skip workouts, commit to a demanding fitness routine for a month. This practice will not only build resilience but also prepare you for even greater challenges in life. Day 2, the long-term impact of your choices. Every small decision you make today plays a role in shaping your future. Imagine you're faced with a choice between a nutritious salad and a greasy, calorie-packed burger. What would you pick? Repeated unhealthy choices create a pattern that can negatively impact your long-term well-being. This is why making decisions that align with your long-term goals is crucial. To implement this lesson, practice mindful decision-making. If time management is a struggle, prioritize tasks that contribute to your overall objectives rather than those that offer only short-term pleasure. Over time, these small yet consistent choices will lead you closer to success. Day 3, strengthening your willpower. Unlike animals that act purely on instinct, humans have the unique ability to resist temptation in pursuit of long-term benefits. Your willpower is the key to making rational, well-thought-out decisions rather than being driven by impulse or emotion. To enhance your willpower, practice self-restraint in small ways. If you're striving for a healthier lifestyle, make a conscious effort to resist unhealthy snacks. Even when cravings become overwhelming, stick to nutritious food options. Over time, consistently making the right choices will condition your mind to remain disciplined naturally. While willpower is important, relying on it alone is not enough. You need a system that makes staying disciplined easier. For example, if you want to eat healthy, remove all junk food from your house. If you struggle with waking up early, set up a morning routine that keeps you productive. To apply this lesson, identify areas where you struggle with self-control, then create a system that minimizes distractions and temptations. If focusing at work is difficult, use apps to block distracting websites during working hours. The right systems will reduce your reliance on willpower and help you stay on track effortlessly. Day 5, taking responsibility for your discipline. Blaming external factors for your lack of discipline only lowers your productivity. True self-discipline starts from within. Instead of making excuses, take full responsibility for your choices and actions. To apply this, practice self-awareness. Identify areas where you often shift blame. Instead of saying, "I don't have time to exercise," schedule workout sessions in your calendar just like an important meeting. By owning your decisions, you gain the power to change them. Day 6. There are no superhumans, only hard work. There is no such thing as a naturally disciplined person. Every successful individual faces challenges just like anyone else. The difference is that they embrace imperfections, focus on growth, and stay committed to progress. To apply this lesson, set realistic goals and focus on continuous improvement. For example, if you're learning a new skill, expect mistakes along the way. Instead of seeing challenges as roadblocks, treat them as opportunities for growth. Day 7. The financial impact on self-discipline. Financial stress can significantly impact your ability to stay disciplined. When money problems pile up, decision-making becomes harder, stress increases, and focus weakens. However, when you prioritize financial stability, it reduces stress and strengthens your ability to stay disciplined. To apply this lesson, create a financial plan that includes saving for emergencies and reducing unnecessary debt. Welcome to the second week of your self-discipline journey. This week, you'll explore how to make better choices, stay committed to long-term success, and build habits that support your growth. Day 8. Understanding needs versus luxuries. Self-discipline often comes down to distinguishing between what you truly need and what you simply want. Imagine someone who believes renting a luxury car will make them happy. But if they struggle to save for basic necessities, how can they sustain that lifestyle? To test this, they can challenge themselves, spend a month without the luxury, and explore alternatives like public transport or walking. This experience forces clarity. Is the luxury truly essential, or is it just a fleeting desire? When individuals use technology to create an aged version of themselves, they become more likely to save for retirement because they see the direct impact of their present choices on their future. To apply this, take a moment to picture yourself 10, 20, or even 30 years from now. Where do you see yourself? Then ask, are my current choices leading me toward that future, or am I prioritizing short-term pleasure over long-term security? Developing empathy for your future self helps shift your mindset from instant gratification to long-term success. This could mean saving money instead of spending impulsively or choosing healthier habits that will serve you for years to come. Day 10. Self-discipline is like writing a novel. Think of self-discipline as writing a novel. It requires patience, consistency, and steady progress. The best-selling authors you admire didn't create masterpieces overnight. They started with simple words, refined their skills, and rewrote their work countless times before publishing a final draft. Similarly, self-discipline isn't built overnight. It begins with small habits, waking up earlier, exercising daily, or eliminating distractions. If your goals ever feel overwhelming, remember that success isn't about perfection. It's about persistence. Keep making progress one step at a time, and celebrate even the smallest victories. Day 11. Self-discipline is more powerful than talent. Many people believe that talent leads to success. But in reality, self-discipline outweighs talent every time. If you look at highly successful people, you might assume they were born gifted. The truth is they worked relentlessly to master their craft. Talent alone doesn't guarantee success. Consistent effort does. So instead of worrying about whether you're naturally talented, focus on building discipline. Accept challenges, keep working, and soon, you'll witness your own transformation. Day 12. The power of mental peace in self-discipline. In today's fast-paced world, distractions are everywhere. Achieving mental peace and focus is challenging, but essential for self-discipline. One of the most effective ways to enhance self-control and patience is meditation. Studies show that meditation reduces stress, improves focus, and increases self-discipline. To apply this, incorporate calming activities into your daily routine such as yoga, hiking, rock climbing, or even simple tasks like gardening or dancing. A calm mind leads to better decisions. It helps you resist impulses and stay focused on your long-term goals. Day 13, the struggle. Between instant gratification and long-term goals, every day, you face a choice between immediate pleasure and long-term success. For example, if you're following a diet but give in to the temptation of eating chocolate, you're prioritizing short-term satisfaction over long-term health. While one indulgence may not seem harmful, it sets a pattern that can slowly derail your progress. The key to overcoming this struggle is mindful decision-making. Before making a choice, pause and ask yourself, is this bringing me closer to my goals, or is it just momentary pleasure? By consistently choosing long-term rewards over short-term comfort, you build a stronger, more disciplined mindset. Day 14, the importance of long-term focus for success. Success isn't about quick wins. It's about sustainable progress. Instead of chasing instant success, focus on habits and strategies that support long-term growth. Analyze your current goals and approach. Are short-term distractions slowing you down? What changes can you make to maintain focus and discipline? Developing long-term focus is essential for meaningful and lasting success. By training yourself to think beyond immediate gratification, you prepare for real achievements that stand the test of time. Week 3, Deepening your self-discipline. Welcome to Week 3 of your self-discipline journey. This week, we focus on continuous improvement, internal motivation, perseverance, and long-term habit formation. Day 15, Self-discipline is a journey, not a destination. Self-discipline requires constant improvement. Just like maintaining knowledge, discipline demands continuous challenges and growth. Even if you master one area, new challenges will always arise. Identify the areas where you still lack discipline. For example, if you often lose patience while dealing with people, recognize that discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Instead of settling for temporary success, shift your mindset towards long-term benefits. Training yourself to think ahead strengthens self-control and resilience. Day 16, the power of self-reliance. While external support is helpful, true discipline comes from within. Many people rely on external factors for motivation, seeing a friend exercise, dieting to impress someone, or working hard due to a strict boss. But when those external influences disappear, discipline often collapses. The most successful individuals cultivate internal discipline, an unshakable drive that keeps them committed regardless of circumstances. Ask yourself, if no one was watching, would I still do this? Am I motivated by personal growth or just external pressure? When your discipline comes from within, no external factor can break your momentum. Day 17, Embracing failure and staying flexible. Even the most disciplined individuals fail sometimes. Whether it's eating unhealthy food, skipping a workout, or facing setbacks in work, failure is inevitable. Instead of seeing failure as wasted effort, treat it as a stepping stone for progress. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. The key is to analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, and keep moving forward. Day 18. Setting high standards for yourself. Your standards shape your results. Many people settle for mediocre outcomes because they follow the majority. They eat unhealthy food, stay in unfulfilling jobs, and neglect relationships, not because they want to, but because it's what most people do. High achievers set their own standards and refuse to lower them for anyone. Are your personal standards high enough, or are you accepting mediocrity to fit in? Self-discipline helps you maintain high standards and avoid distractions. It keeps you focused on excellence rather than comfort. Day 19, The power of perseverance. Mastering self-discipline doesn't require talent, degrees, or certifications. It's about overcoming temptations, weaknesses, and harmful habits. The moments when you feel exhausted, frustrated, or ready to quit, these are the moments that shape your character. Instead of feeling frustrated about how far you still have to go, embrace the struggle. Every challenge makes you stronger and brings you closer to your goals. Day 20. Start small to build lasting discipline. Self-discipline isn't developed overnight. It's a slow process that starts with small actions. Try simple challenges. Control your anger while driving. Eat slightly less than you normally would. Work a little longer than you planned. These small wins train your mind to handle bigger challenges. Remember, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is discipline. Day 21, The Power of Habits. Habits are your greatest tool for long-term success. Once a habit is built, you no longer need constant discipline to maintain it. However, developing habits is difficult at first. Research suggests that it takes around 66 days to form a habit, and the initial days are the hardest. Instead of looking for quick fixes, focus on building routines that last a lifetime. For example, constantly switching diets and workouts won't bring lasting results. Developing a long-term fitness routine will evaluate your current approach. Are your goals helping you build lasting habits? Or are you relying on temporary self-control? True transformation comes from habits, not from willpower alone. Week 4, Self-discipline as a path to freedom. Many believe that self-discipline is about restrictions, but in reality, it is about freedom. Freedom from bad habits, distractions, and limitations that hold you back. This week, we focus on using self-discipline to make better choices, achieve meaningful goals, and create a fulfilling life. Day 22. Self-discipline is the key to true freedom. Discipline is not about limiting yourself. It's about gaining control over your thoughts and actions. When you develop self-discipline, you are not forcing restrictions on yourself, but rather ensuring that you are in charge of your life instead of being controlled by impulses or circumstances. The more control you have over your actions, the more freedom you gain. Freedom from distractions, regret, and self-sabotage. Day 23, The Impact of Disciplined Learning. The type of information you consume shapes your mindset and discipline. Relying on just one perspective or blindly believing everything you hear can lead to mental laziness. If you accept information without questioning it, your ability to analyze situations and make smart decisions becomes limited. To strengthen self-discipline, expose yourself to different viewpoints and develop independent thinking. Similarly, if you always choose easy entertainment, your mental skills decline. While light reading is enjoyable, challenging your mind with complex thought-provoking content will help you grow. Day 24. Self-discipline leads to long-term happiness. It may seem strange at first, but sacrificing short-term pleasure leads to greater happiness in the long run. When you stay committed to self-discipline, you develop flexibility to handle life's challenges, better well-being by avoiding unhealthy habits like junk food or excessive screen time, financial stability by controlling unnecessary spending. Ultimately, self-discipline reflects your higher values and long-term goals. It helps you rise above short-term desires and focus on what truly matters. Day 25. Start taking action. Today, instead of delaying progress, start taking small but meaningful steps right now. For example, if your goal is to save money, don't wait for the perfect moment. Take a small step. Put $1 in a savings jar today. Repeat it daily or weekly, and soon, these small contributions will grow into something significant. Day 26. Every choice has a long-term impact. Imagine yourself 10 years in the future. The decisions you make today will determine where you end up. For example, you have two choices. 1. Buy an expensive luxury furniture piece that you don't really need. 2. Invest the same money into your retirement savings. Fast forward a decade. Would you rather have a piece of furniture collecting dust or financial security? When you visualize future consequences, you make better long-term choices. Day 27. Setting goals that motivate you. Your goals should energize and inspire you, not exhaust you. If a goal is causing frustration instead of motivation, adjust it so that it aligns with your overall well-being. Discipline is not about forcing yourself into exhaustion, but about creating a path that is challenging yet fulfilling. Day 28. Playing offense in life. If you are listening to this summary, it means you are not poor. You have access to the internet, a phone, or a computer, which means you're in a privileged position compared to many others. Think about the decisions you made recently. Were they driven by fear or by growth and progress? Make it a habit to prioritize calculated risks and move forward with confidence. This mindset will push fear aside and lead you toward bigger achievements. Week 5, the final steps to mastering self-discipline. As we enter the final week of this journey, we focus on the practical application of self-discipline in different areas of life: physical health, resilience, patience, and long-term success. These lessons will help you sustain discipline, not just for a few weeks, but for a lifetime. Day 29, the role of physical exercise in self-discipline. Self-discipline is not just a mental practice. It has a physical component too. Regular physical activity trains your mind to embrace effort, overcome resistance, and handle discomfort. Even simple activities like daily walks, stretching, or any form of movement reinforce discipline in other areas of life. The stronger your body, the stronger your self-control. Day 30, the importance of being willing to look foolish. Fear of failure or embarrassment often prevents people from stepping outside their comfort zones, but failure is an essential part of success. Instead of avoiding situations where you might fail, actively seek them out. For example, if public speaking scares you, challenge yourself to give presentations, even if you feel nervous or imperfect. Mistakes are normal and provide valuable learning experiences. By regularly facing situations that make you uncomfortable, you train yourself to handle setbacks with resilience. Day 31, challenging the concept of normal. Self-discipline often sets you apart from the crowd. Society follows average norms, but personal excellence requires a different mindset. If you work on discipline, cutting down on TV, avoiding unhealthy food, or staying committed to goals, people around you may not understand your choices. Be prepared for criticism, but stay focused on your journey. Surround yourself with people who value discipline and growth so you stay motivated during challenges. Day 32. Self-discipline is like nurturing a plant. Think of self-discipline as a plant that needs daily care. Just as a plant requires sunlight, water, and nutrients, self-discipline requires consistent effort. Reflect on your approach. Me. Are you regularly following your schedule? Have you set realistic goals? Are you prioritizing progress over distractions? Like a gardener nurtures plants daily, you must consistently nurture your discipline to see long-term growth. Day 33, the power of patience. Some goals, like mastering a skill or building a career, require time and dedication. Identify areas in your life where patience is essential. Understand that real change takes time. Instead of chasing quick results, focus on steady progress. For example, if your goal is fitness, your body has natural limits for fat loss. Trying extreme methods like starving yourself will harm your health. Sustainable progress comes from consistent disciplined effort over time. Day 34, the myth of instant enlightenment. Many people believe self-discipline is something they can achieve overnight. This is a misconception. Discipline is a daily practice, not a one-time achievement. For instance, if you avoid eating a chocolate bar today for weight loss, the real challenge is maintaining this choice consistently over months and years. The secret to long-term success lies in continuously training your willpower and staying committed to your goals. Day 35, the value of difficult challenges. Success that comes too easily may seem satisfying at first, but the real fulfillment comes from overcoming difficulties. Find the balance between achievable goals and ambitious challenges. To build mental toughness, personal growth, and a sense of accomplishment, set at least one demanding goal that pushes your limits. Week 6, Progress over Perfection. Self-discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. The key is to push your limits, adapt to situations, and improve continuously to achieve your goals. This final week will teach you how to apply discipline effectively, stay humble, and take action. Day 36, Gradually. Pushing your limits. You don't need to go from zero to hero overnight. Start with small, achievable challenges that push you forward. For example, add just 5 minutes of walking to your daily routine. Remove one unhealthy food item from your diet every day. As you gain confidence and momentum, regularly evaluate your progress and increase the difficulty of your challenges. Day 37, Overcoming initial resistance with the 0-second rule. Procrastination and laziness often create resistance to action. The best way to overcome this is by using the 0-second rule. Eliminate unnecessary delays and take immediate action. For example, instead of leaving dirty dishes after eating, wash them immediately. Instead of postponing a difficult task, start working on it right away. This approach prevents tasks from piling up, reduces stress, and makes you more organized and productive. Day 38, The Power of Moderation. When building discipline, start with simple habits and routines that you can follow consistently. Monitor your progress and adjust your goals based on your results. However, Day 39, Avoid mistaking moderation for mediocrity. While moderation is useful, growth requires you to push beyond your comfort zone. Regularly evaluate your progress. If a task feels too easy, challenge yourself to take on something harder. Comfort is the enemy of growth. Always look for ways to go beyond your current limits. Day 40, Actions speak louder than words. Talking about your goals too much can create a false sense of achievement and expose you to criticism and self-doubt. Instead, only share your goals with a few trusted people who will hold you accountable. Focus on taking action rather than seeking validation from others. For example, if you want to start a fitness routine, tell only your closest friends or family who will support you rather than announcing it to everyone. Day 41. The Role of Humility in Self-Discipline. Self-discipline should not make you feel superior to others. Controlling your desires does not mean you are better than those who struggle. Long-term self-control requires humility. Stay humble, keep learning, and never assume you have mastered discipline completely. Day 42, The Importance of Practice. Over-information, reading books on self-discipline won't magically improve your self-control overnight. The real secret, taking action. For example, this book provides actionable knowledge that you can apply immediately. Instead of endlessly collecting information, focus on practicing small steps daily. Week 7, The Final Mastery of Self-Discipline. This final week emphasizes the importance of persistence, honesty, facing fears, and resisting temptations. By now, you've built the foundation of self-discipline, but mastering it requires constant effort and deep self-awareness. Day 43. The Power of Consistent Effort. Think of rock climbing. When climbers feel exhausted, their first instinct is to take a break. But often, just one more push brings them closer to success. Similarly, when self-discipline feels too difficult and you're tempted to give up, that is the moment to push forward. The next step might be the one that leads to success. Next time you feel like quitting, challenge yourself to hold on a little longer. That extra effort could be the key to achieving your goals. Day 44, Developing an Optimistic Mindset. A positive mindset is essential for self-discipline. Without optimism, it's difficult to delay gratification and see the long-term benefits of discipline. To build a positive mindset, follow these 3 steps. 1. Practice gratitude. Focus on what you already have rather than what you lack. 2. Reframe failures. See negative experiences as opportunities for growth. 3. Surround yourself with inspiration. Read motivational content and spend time with positive people. By training your mind to stay optimistic, you strengthen your ability to remain disciplined even in difficult times. Day 45, The Importance of Honesty. Honesty is often challenging, especially when we try to present a better version of ourselves. Many people lie in small ways on resumes, online profiles, or in daily conversations. But honesty isn't just about morality. It is about character building. By committing to truthfulness, even in difficult situations, you build trust, credibility, and long-term self-discipline. Day 46. Facing fear. Directly, fear is a barrier to growth. Learning to control desires and face fears head-on makes you mentally strong. Each time you successfully overcome a fear, your confidence increases. Over time, challenges become easier to handle because you've trained yourself to resist fear. However, this doesn't mean you'll become completely fearless. It means you'll become better at managing fear and using it as a tool for growth. Day 47, Taking Self-Discipline. Seriously, self-discipline is a lifelong journey, and at times, it can feel exhausting and unfulfilling. You may experience laziness or fall into old habits. Shortcuts and temporary pleasures may seem tempting, but stay committed to your long-term goals. Discipline isn't about perfection. It's about consistently making better choices. Day 48, The Death of the Soul. Prioritizing internal growth. Many people focus more on external appearance rather than inner development. Instead of spending excessively on cosmetics or clothes, invest in books, courses, and activities that enhance your mental and emotional well-being. Prioritize personal growth over superficial improvements. True self-discipline is about developing your mind, not just your outward appearance. Day 49, Overcoming Temptation. One of the greatest challenges to self-discipline is lust and temptation. To achieve true freedom, learn to resist impulses that offer instant gratification, but harm you in the long run. Train yourself to see temptations as obstacles rather than rewards. Short-term pleasure is insignificant compared to the long-term satisfaction of mastering self-discipline. Week 8, The Final Mastery of Self-Discipline. This final week focuses on sustaining discipline beyond initial success, overcoming self-doubt, and embracing long-term commitment. Now that you've built strong habits, the challenge is to maintain momentum, push through difficulties, and believe in your ability to succeed. Day 50. Never stop. After achieving a goal, success should not lead to complacency. Celebrate your achievements, but then set a new challenge. For example, if you've reached your weight loss goal, your next step should be building muscle or improving your nutrition. Progress is a continuous journey, not a single destination. Day 51, Take action. Despite criticism, fear of judgment holds many people back from pursuing their goals. If you want to start a new business or commit to a fitness plan, don't let others' opinions discourage you. Focus only on your progress, not on people trying to bring you down. Day 52. Think for yourself. You don't have to blindly follow societal norms. Trust your own judgment and values even if it means being different. For example, don't follow unhealthy eating habits just because they are common. Choose what works best for your health and well-being. Day 53. Find your burning yes. Long-term commitment requires strong motivation. Identify the deep reasons that drive you. Clearly define what you want to achieve and why it matters. For example, if you are saving money for your child's education, that strong yes will make it easier to say no to unnecessary spending. A powerful motivation helps you resist distractions and short-term pleasures that slow down your progress. Day 54. Don't underestimate long-term commitment. Whether it's personal growth or business success, meaningful achievements require time and dedication. Short-term expectations often lead to disappointment and quitting too soon. For example, best-selling author Martin Meadows spent 10 years practicing writing before achieving success. Stay patient and trust the process. Day 55. Face challenges head-on. The best way to strengthen self-discipline is by taking on tough challenges. Self-discipline is not about choosing the easiest path. It teaches you to survive and thrive in difficult situations. For example, working hard is easy when you're motivated, but true discipline means working hard even when you're not. Day 56, The Power of Belief. Your mindset is the greatest influence on your success. Believe that you can overcome challenges and achieve your goals. Approach your tasks with confidence knowing that your determination will shape your future. Conclusion. Self-discipline is the foundation of personal growth, financial stability, and long-term success. It's not just about achieving goals, but about developing the mindset and habits that lead to consistent progress. Throughout this journey, you've explored the power of discipline in different areas of life, facing challenges, overcoming self-doubt, and staying committed even when motivation fades. The first steps in this journey involved embracing new challenges while celebrating success. Discipline is not about reaching one milestone and stopping, it's about constantly pushing forward. Handling criticism and fear of judgment became an essential lesson along the way. The world is full of distractions and negativity, but real progress comes when you tune out the noise and focus on what truly matters. Independent thinking played a key role in strengthening discipline. Instead of following the crowd, trusting your judgment and making decisions based on personal values leads to lasting growth. True commitment requires a deeper reason, a strong yes that keeps you moving forward even when the path is difficult. Patience and long-term thinking became crucial in maintaining discipline. Success isn't immediate, and real transformation requires consistency. Whether it's financial stability, career advancement, or personal development, staying committed over time is what leads to meaningful results. Failures became stepping stones, teaching resilience rather than defeat. The ability to handle setbacks with a strong mindset made all the difference. As the journey progressed, belief and optimism became powerful tools. Confidence in one's ability to succeed influences every action. Taking risks despite the fear of failure, making disciplined choices despite temptations, these habits shaped a stronger, more focused mindset. In the final stretch, the importance of taking action despite doubts became clear. Discipline isn't just about planning, it's about doing. Facing challenges with a determined mindset, resisting distractions, and staying committed to growth are what define true mastery. This journey of self-discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, builds momentum. And with consistency, self-discipline transforms from a struggle into a way of life. The key is to keep going, to keep learning, and to never stop improving. This brings us to the end of this journey on self-discipline. But remember, real transformation doesn't happen in a single listen or a single day. It happens through consistent action, small improvements, and a commitment to growth. If this summary has given you valuable insights, take a moment to reflect. What stood out the most to you? What lesson resonated deeply? And more importantly, how will you apply it in your life? Self-discipline isn't about perfection, it's about progress. The smallest efforts repeated daily create extraordinary results over time. If you found this audiobook helpful, share it with someone who might need it. Your support helps bring more insightful content to those seeking growth and transformation. And before you go, take a deep breath and remind yourself, you have everything within you to create the life you want. Stay disciplined, stay committed, and keep moving forward. Thank you for listening. Keep growing, and I'll see you in the next journey.